Three, we're live. Yeah.
Cool. Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host El Young, and we are here with the brilliant Roy Coston. So welcome, Roy.
Cheers from Oneida, New York, from the USA. Hope everybody is well.
Yeah, so Roy, could you introduce yourself and what do you do?
Well, I'm at work right now, but I am the guitar player for Love Bone. I am. We are just celebrating our 20th year together, playing all kinds of classic rock. We write originals. Well, most of it's the old stuff, the old Motley Crue, the old AC/DC, Aerosmith, all the great stuff. We live in an area where we have to play cover material. But when we do that, we throw in our originals. And that's what keeps us out of trouble.
Cool. So, what were you listening to when you were a kid?
Well, you got to remember the time period. It was the 70s. I wanted to be David Cassidy from the Partridge Family. Also then you had like Sonny and Cher, the Brady Bunch, all those variety TV shows. And I knew somehow I wanted to be something along that line.
Yeah, cool. So who actually got you into music? Was it a family member or a family friend, or was it like sort of like a journey of self-discovery type of thing into music?
Well, I have a long history of the music business. So with my career, when I was in school, when I started, I'll give you a roundabout. So when I started playing when I was 11 and a half. So what I did then was I took guitar lessons. I had a great teacher. I played in like all the school bands. I played in, the mixed chorus, the stage band. And then in my senior year, I was playing lead guitar, dubbing the violin lines. So then after school, we got to work our craft. We were playing like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sundays, like around New York State. And so we got to work our craft, where in today's society, good, bad, or indifferent, the first time you go out, there's a cell phone right there. But I was fortunate enough to perfect all that. We played everywhere. We have done everything. And the list goes on and on. We were very determined on what we wanted to do. I think back then the passion was there and what people really wanted to do with their lives. Today it's a whole different business. And sometimes I scratch my head saying, what is the next step? Because I really don't know.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of the gist of it. I've been on like 23 CDs. I've been in the magazines. I've done this. I have a lot of bragging rights. But it's like, I don't know what the next step is for music. Where, maybe it's because we live in a smaller town. I don't know what the next step is.
Yeah. I don't know either. So, what bands were you in before you joined Love?
Well, back in the 80s, that's how I perfected. I did everything. I played country. I played, oldies rock and roll. I've done quite a bit. And as the career got on, I was in a band called Arden from like November 5th, 1981 until like 87. Through that time, we had a couple lineup changes. but we played everywhere. We did everything. We had our own LA type scene here in New York. Things were much better. Um, got to meet a lot of people. John Gallagher from Raven is one of my mentors. We did some dates with him. He produced some ardent demos. Dave DeFay from Virgin Steel is another mentor of mine that I got to meet. So that brings us up to 87. 88, I was in a band called DC Strut. And DC Strut was very, very glam. And same thing, going through the motions. We opened for Blue Oyster Cult. We opened for Soraya. We opened for a lot of different bands. But once the 80 was over, I was in a band called Four Large Men. And that was pretty much of the 90s. And then around 2000, the music scene just kept changing. I didn't want to play. Then I ran into my bass player, Chuck, who used to open for us when I was in DC Strut. And Love Bone's been together since 2002. So that's the short version.
Yeah, cool. So what has Lovebone been up to, especially over these last couple of years?
Let's go. Well, what I do right now is, even though we're not playing, I have a home studio. So I can write with different people around the world. I got a lot of unreleased stuff. Now I lost my train of thought. I got some stuff that will totally blow your mind. Also, I'm in a side project with Mr. Ronnie Monroe from Metal Church, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, who was the new singer for Vicious Rumors. I got some stuff that he's singing on. And I recently signed a deal with Heaven and Hell Records. So all my past material is going to be coming out. The first Four Large Men record is out on Heaven and Hell Records. I'm the last guy standing. Unfortunately, those guys have passed from cancer. And the DC Strut just came out this year. We had a reunion show. The drummer from that passed away. Here's a good introduction. My son plays in a band called Wicked. And my son was the drummer for DC Strut for that show. So the next project that we're working on is Four Large Men 2 and Ardent, to be released sometime next year on Heaven and Hell Records.
Cool.
How's
Yes.
that? Like I said,
Cool.
it's hard to hear a little bit.
Yeah. It's very cool. Very, very cool. What's are you planning on any gigs in and around the New York area?
Well, I live up here in Syracuse. It's a whole different scene up here. We're closer to, say, Dio territory. Ronnie James Dio is from this area, about an hour away. Big heavy hitters, Man of War, are from our area. Hail,
Yeah.
Man of War.
Yep.
And I remember seeing those guys back in the day in the clubs. Joey Belladonna's from this area. A couple members from Blue Oyster Cult are from this area. So back in the day, this is a very good area to be from. Today, the music scene is totally different right now, and it's hard. You have to have a full-time job to survive.
Yeah, true. So, is there any new material for Lovebone coming out, or are you writing any new material from Lovebone?
Yes, we have several new songs that we're going to release. We're going in the studio next month. So probably like February, we'll have like 4 or 5 new Lovebone songs recorded. So I'm excited about that. It's a long time coming. If you go go on YouTube, there is like 2 or 3 songs that we released back 18 years ago. So we're long overdue for that.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
I'm
Are you
excited
planning
because
a?
we're like that old glam stuff, you know, the old LA Guns, Guns N' Roses when they first came out, you know, Faster Pussycat, all that stuff.
Yeah, cool, cool. So, are you planning any sort of like live gigs for Lovebone in around like the New York State area?
Yeah, right now we're just pretty much in the Syracuse, Utica area. That's
Yeah,
what we're at.
yeah,
We're like almost right in the center of the state.
yeah. Cool, cool. So, where can people find you on social media? Where can people find you on social media?
I'm
Your
all
face or
over,
your? Yeah,
all over social media. I'm on roycoston.com, all over Facebook, all over Instagram, YouTube, trying to get caught up on the technology. And we have to give a special shout out to Christina. She's been doing a lot of promotion for me too. Hello,
yeah,
Christina. Um,
yeah,
you know, she's been helping quite a bit, trying to get me into the magazines. Also, my band members in Lovebone, Chuck Heath and Ian Evans, we're a three-piece coming at you playing the old school stuff, you know.
yeah, yeah. Cool. Are you on any of the streaming services like Apple Music or Amazon Music, Bandcamp, stuff like that?
Not yet, as far as that, but I released 3 solo songs, instrumental songs that are on all that. But that's the next step for us when we release this new material from Lovebone next month or February. That's what the plan is, to put that all out there on all those platforms.
Cool. Cool.
You know, it
Yeah.
just takes
So
time. It just takes
yeah,
time and money, you know. And unfortunately, in these days, it gets tougher and tougher.
yeah, it is. It does. So this is probably going to be my last question. Um, any advice for people who want to become a musician?
Don't do it. um, it's a. I was fortunate enough to have a lot of good times, a lot of great memories. If you're going to do it, you gotta be passionate about it and put in 100%. I was the guy that was out there in the clubs. I was buying the magazines. I was reading them. I was doing the information, sending letters. Yeah, letters back then, promo packs. If you're going to do it, do it. I have a lot of people I give lessons to. I also do a lot of teaching, and I have students from 11 to 82. So you're never too old. Go out and have some fun. That's the only thing I can tell you. Just have some fun. If you're going to make a career out of it, you're going to have to go into a better place, maybe like Nashville. LA's out. I don't know and I'm kind of lost now because I don't know what the next step is. I'm sorry, it's not 100% positive, but that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, sound advice. Sound advice. Especially to do it for a bit of fun.
Right. You're not going to make any money, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
like in this time period now, I have a great support system. You know, I have a lovely wife. We've been together many years, and if it wasn't for her, you know, she also gives me the push. Well, you know, you should go do this. You should go do that. So
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for taking their time out in your busy day. Uh, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Roy. It's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you so
oh,
much.
definitely, definitely. Next time we'll get a better connection.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. So thank you so much, Roy, for coming on. I'll
Thank you.
let you get off and yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's people like you who support us. Thank you. Getting the message out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Yeah. Thank
We
you.
need more people like you.
Yeah. You,
All right, my
I've just
friend.
getting
Cheers
them.
until the next time.
Right. Thank you so much.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.